Oh no, Hasan Piker! He's gonna sue everybody! He's threatening to sue people now! What kind of case would he have to sue anybody? Is he gonna sue people for calling him a protest? Yeah, good luck with that, man. Good luck with that.
Welcome back to a series so free, even Mr. Krabs subscribed. In today's video, Hasan is now talking about suing Ethan Klein for defamation. Ironic coming from Hasan, the guy who defames people daily. He's now insulting Ethan and his wife Ela, implying that she somehow brainwashed him into loving her as part of Israel's propaganda.
He's threatening to sue them for defamation and he says some crazy shit like that. Okay.
Hasan is back at it again, losing his mind over Asmongold. Asmon has responded.
As he does.
He's also refusing to disavow Mike from PA, the guy who said that Jews are a demonic ethnicity, and a bunch of more updates.
Of course he
Subscribe
didn't,
for
man.
10 years of non-stop good luck. Over to you, Jellywig.
Let's up those numbers!
Moving on to Hasan talking about suing Ethan for defamation.
It's so stupid.
And this is obviously
he thinks this is gonna work.
ironic, coming from the rank
He's not gonna do it.
defamer on Twitch, all right? The guy who boots up his stream and calls people mom-murdering cockroaches, grapists, PDF files, lolly lovers, like literally the complete spectrum of defamation on every single level humanly possible, over and over and over again, doubling down over and over again. This guy could literally get sued in 10 different ways by 10 different people, and he has the audacity to even talk about this. Hasan explains why he won't sue Ethan for defamation. Views are dwindling, guys. He's losing relevance.
He wants us to sue him for defamation so he can make content out of it.
Oh,
I'd pay
yeah?
good money to see you dress that short
that's
clown
why?
down again. That guy? No, because his views are dwindling and he's losing relevance as he continuously does the same.
I think he's gaining relevancy, actually. And he's in the good graces of the drama slop YouTubers now.
Old bullshit over and over again. And while it's incredibly satisfying to rip him a new asshole, the irony is when Sam Cedar and I did that, that was his best month. So there is no reason to do that. That's what he wants desperately. And basically what ended up happening was when he like launched this last Hail Mary lawsuit, he thought everyone was going to weirdly come to his defense. And then basically nobody did.
Holy shit, does this guy live in like another dimension? None of this makes sense. Apparently, according to Hasan.
No, he's just lying. He's just straight up lying. Like, everybody is on Ethan's side about this. Asmongold, everybody who watches Asmongold, Tectone, like everybody who watched this reacted to it. Everybody is talking about this. What the fuck is this guy on? He's just straight up lying, and I don't know why. It's so weird. It's so weird that, like, it's for no reason.
Nobody supported Ethan in the whole lawsuits, like against Casey Tron, Denims, and Froggen, right? Nobody supported them, despite the fact that, from what I understand, most of the internet outside of Hasan's echo chamber was pretty much in unanimous agreement that these people need to be held accountable. You know, they're breaking copyright, and you know they did a bunch of other horrible shit that just so happened to get their karma through this copyright lawsuit, right? So I feel like everybody thought that it was a good thing, and the Orbiters are getting what they deserve. I don't know what Hasan's argument was there. He also talked about how views are dwindling. Brother, I don't know why you're trying to compare with Ethan. I feel like he's...
Yeah, it's so weird, well, like, when you start comparing views. Who cares? Also, views are different. If you make different content, the views mean something completely different.
more popular than you, but even if he isn't, who cares? Who cares? But at least he gets his audience without being an open anti-Semitic freak. And I feel like Hasan's entire audience right now is the Israel-Palestine issue. Like, that is 99% of his coverage. So that's pretty much why he chooses to continue going down this path, doubling down over and over again. And I really don't know why this guy is comparing dick sizes when he's getting destroyed on YouTube by a slop tuber, bro. Like, it's actually embarrassing. You get more hate watchers than actual watchers. Like, people hate watch you through my channel more than they actually watch you. It's actually embarrassing. And notice how...
Yeah, Hasan Piker's just glazing about how big of a dick he has. That's just more for Dan Clancy to slob on.
He only wants to compare views with Ethan, not with Asmongold. I wonder why, guys. I wonder why. Almost like he's gonna get absolutely bit slapped there, but you know, it's just pathetic and a desperate attempt to actually act tough. Also, notice how whenever Hasan talks, he never gives any examples. So when he's talking about the defamation thing, how exactly did Ethan defame you? What is the statement? What is the sentence? When I pointed out, I pointed out several things, you know, calling people PDF files, mom murdering cockroaches, etc., right? So what is your argument? I feel like he literally has no case against Ethan and he's just trying to act tough.
Yeah.
So now he's
lying. He lies about everything. It's all projection. He's like, I have a case of defamation against Ethan. No, Ethan has a case of defamation against you. Like, what the fuck? What are you even on about?
like moving in the direction of irrelevance, which is exactly what he fears. He will continuously yell into an increasingly smaller hug box of people, and that's it. That's the best possible thing you can do.
Which is exactly what Hasan Piker himself is doing. It's funny. It's always the projection with these people.
Also, he already admitted that his wife was a terrorist. What more can I get out of that conversation? Trying to bait Sam hard, called him a combo today. Yeah, let him fade into irrelevance. I told this to Sam
he's
as
the one
well.
talking
Sam
about
could not comprehend
defamation.
how incredibly defamatory Ethan has been, and I was like, he wants us to sue him for defamation so he can make content out of it.
While he's sitting there defaming him, okay.
Even if he fucking loses a long drawn out legal battle for like a year, which will give him content. So the best possible thing you can do is just like deny him that recognition.
Dude, the copium.
While he still just continues to talk about him, he's just going to be like, we're going to continue to not talk about him here.
Is absolutely crazy, bro. Hamas Piker really be the ultimate narcissist. Bro, without your extreme brand of politics, you would literally be nothing. I feel like it's pathetic.
And that's exactly why he has such extreme politics. I don't think he believes anything that he says. He might. But even if, like, he does, that's all he's got. If he didn't have those views, he wouldn't have a show.
For him to act like Ethan actually needs him to be relevant, dude. Get over yourself. Ethan was a successful creator before that. And you know, people say the same shit about me, like, oh, you need Hasan to be relevant. And that's exactly the same argument they made before. Oh, you need Mr. Beast to be relevant.
No, we just need the retards. As long as there are retards in the world, we'll have somebody to make fun of. We'll have content.
You need KSI to be relevant. Oh, you need Logan. Okay, so which one is it? All right, apparently it's everybody and anybody. At a certain point, you gotta admit that it kind of doesn't matter who I'm actually talking about. People are watching regardless, right? And yes, some people are recurring lolcows. Some, you know, there's different sagas and shit like that. And I particularly...
I love how we're just calling them sagas. They're arcs. They're anime arcs.
You love
the greatest anime
people over and over because I find their stupidity very hilarious.
I'm gonna start referring to more Pegasus videos as anime.
Right? But the fact remains, I can move on any day. All right.
SpongeBob
I can move
is
on
anime.
any day to another topic. It just so happens that Hasan is quite the entertaining lolcow.
SpongeBob and King of the Hill, the greatest American animes that ever existed.
All right. So I absolutely do not need him. Then this next part, he calls out
And Avatar: The Last Airbender. This show right here.
Ethan and his wife, implying that Hila manipulated Ethan into marrying her as part of Israel propaganda.
It's so
just
weird.
Cannot make this shit up. This guy is so fucking far gone. Everything is related to Israel.
It's sad and also hilarious how sad it is.
Guys, I ran out of eggs for breakfast. This might be Israel's doing, guys. Clearly, you don't see the propaganda. The woman at the grocery store is an Israel dick rider. You don't understand, guys. She gave me one less egg. Hasan implies Ethan Klein is a victim to Hasbara propaganda because he met Hila on Birthright and married her after.
Sexy IDF type stuff was my friends who went on Birthright being like, yeah, at some point during Birthright, they brought in a bunch of IDF soldiers to sort of join us. And I noticed they were all really, really attractive. And I was like, is Hasbara looks maxing?
Well, I mean, Birthright is like that's the
fuck?
purpose of it, right? Is to try to get young American Jews to go and like stay in Israel and become Israeli and get an Israeli wife and hopefully settle in Israel.
I know at least one story of someone who I went to high school with meeting an IDF soldier on Birthright, and they are now married. That's better. That's better Hasbara than the fucking Nelk boys.
Let me tell you, I know someone like that too. We had a podcast together.
Oh,
We
right,
no
right.
longer have a podcast. But it is common, yes. But also on the other side, you have Adam Friedland, who also went on Birthright
fuck are
and
they talking
did not
about?
have a good experience, it seems. Or even Sam Cedar, who said he didn't have a good experience on Birthright. So I
Bro.
guess that's the
You got to be absolutely brain rotted to consume this kind of content. Like they're talking about nothing.
trajectory. It can go
It's not
either
even making
direction.
any
Dude,
sense.
in the words
Their sentencing isn't sentencing in my brain.
of Hasan to Nux Taku, Israel bricked this guy's brain. Like, legitimately, not everything is related to politics, you fucking loser, alright? Could it be, guys, crazy theory, that Ethan and Hila actually met like normal people and just fell in love, right? Could that be a possibility, or does it have to be...
Yeah, and I know the story. I know the story of how it happened because he's told it multiple times, and it was very, very awkward.
something related
How
to
it should
fucking
be.
politics. This guy, I don't know what world he lives in, and I just find it interesting. Hasan being an unmarried man at 34 with no kids. I don't know, I feel like it's interesting. He has the audacity to shit
Yeah,
talk
it's all
like
just
basically a
projection.
loving family, right? Ethan and Eli.
Because he's jealous of it. He doesn't have that, but he also doesn't want that at the same time. Because he doesn't want anything good. He only wants bad. That's why he's jealous of it. He only wants to feel jealousy because it's bad. So he feels it. All of the bad things, Hasan Piker. He's pro. All of the bad. He's pro bad.
Probably, you know, love each other very much. They got kids and stuff. So, you know, I feel like this is just jealousy coming out, and he's trying to connect everything to Israel somehow. It just makes you look cuckoo, buddy. We get it. Israel bad, but come on, do you really need to go this far? Moving on to him crashing out over Asmongold. Apparently, he forgot to take his Asmon pills, and he's started losing his mind again.
This is why it's important when you talk about E or D or Nazi mold. They were and are spreading bullshit defending Israel, among others. It isn't just drama. It's trying to show these idiots are wrong on what they spew. Yes, they are objectively wrong. Their politics are objectionable. They're repugnant, but they're also wrong. Who wants to be wrong all the time? This is what I don't understand. You'd rather be wrong in your hug box? It doesn't make any sense.
Who wants to be wrong all the time, guys? Ain't no way Hasan is talking about it. How do you say that with the straight...
I gotta keep my brains from falling out of my ears. Good thing I got an earbud in this right ear.
face, bro? You gotta be laughing after stream or something. There's just no way he's this delusional. I find it to be impossible. There's just no way. He's gotta
It's
know what's
like-
going on. Also,
I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. Why is he like this?
what a perfect Hasan chatter here. Nazi mold. That's a classic. Also, who is E or D? I assume that means Ethan or Destiny, and I assume they are banned in Hasan's chat or something. So this chatter is using the words E or D, man. Imagine your name being reduced to like a letter because you're literally Voldemort or something. But it really seems like all these people are just living rent-free in his head, man. Hasan be paying for my future grandchildren right now with all of his crash outs. I remember in the early days of the series, I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get past episode 10. I don't know if we're gonna get past episode 20. And here we are on 80, bruh. That's the amount of stupidity in the whole Hasan orbit. Right, so after this, he starts...
And it just gets worse and worse and worse. And there's so much more to come. It's only gonna get worse.
talking about Hamas.
But the more bridges you cross, okay, the more aggressive you have to be in defending Palestinians. Like, you have to turn into a Fedayeen, okay? You have to put on the goddamn Al-Qassam Brigades, Al-Aqsa Flood war banner and run around talking about how Hamas is glorious and great at this
He's like straight up telling people they need to go out and be terrorists.
point to make up for what you have done wrong thus far in this genocide.
Right, so what did he mean by this? What did he mean
He's telling people to go out and be terrorists. That's what he means by that.
by saying you gotta say Hamas is glorious and great? Am I misunderstanding something here? What exactly did you mean by this, Hasan? I would love an explanation. Also, while you're at it, what did you mean by saying in a previous video that you would rather donate your money directly to Hamas? I don't...
Yeah, if there's terrorism going on, Hasan Piker is going to be able to talk about it, and he's going to make money from it. So he wants more terrorism to happen so he can have more things to talk about.
No, I don't know. Just interesting statements. You know what's the eighth wonder of the world? The fact that Hasan Piker has not been arrested, dude. What the fuck?
It's crazy.
This guy is like straight up working for the ops, dude. Holy moly, just like open terrorist propaganda. He's not even trying to hide it anymore. Moving on to more.
And it's only gonna get worse. As long as he's allowed to get worse, he will get worse.
Hasan crash out.
He's gonna get braver and braver.
If you remember, Hasan in a previous video was calling Israelis inbred, ridiculous anti-Semitism, and Asmongold is reacting to some of those clips here, and Hasan basically constantly pauses it to make it seem like Asmongold is defending Israel here, but then he accidentally lets the video play where Asmon specifically says that he does not support Israel.
You are left with a country that is packed to the fucking gills
Nazi mold, huh?
with
Supports
the
Israel.
most inbred, uneducated, ultra-nationalist, rabid Haredi population.
Terrorists from Hamas, like on October 7th, came over and they raped and killed Israeli citizens.
Yeah. This guy's based, by the way. Based. He's so based. He's basely defending Israel's right to defend itself, guys. Chat. It's kind of based, right? Israel's kind of based still, right? Because killing Palestinian cockroaches, right? Based.
And then also because you have
Yeah. Remember October 7. That's what he's doing here, okay? Remember October 7. How is the Iron Dome supposed to fucking stop October 7, dumb fuck? What are you talking about? The Iron Dome was already working in operation during October 7. What a stupid fucking argument. Guys, it's
I'm glad
based,
this is
right?
sped up.
October 7, right?
He talks so slow. It's hard to keep up with him.
Netanyahu can fuck my wife. I'm based though.
He just
remember,
drags along.
why does Israel have the Iron Dome? Well, it's simple. It's because people from these terrorist organizations shoot rockets and RPGs into Israel, and Israel needs the Iron Dome to protect themselves. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean I'm like supporting Israel.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm just saying that their reasoning for why they have to defend themselves from these scary Muslims is sound. Who the fuck still looks at this dude and doesn't realize what the fuck's going on? You gotta be real stupid, dude.
But let's be honest, right? The citizens themselves and the people don't have any sort of
I got news for you, Hasan Piker. I am real stupid. But at least I know that I'm stupid, and I know how stupid I am, I think.
They don't have blood on their hands. They're not doing that. Why are we paying for it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we should be paying for it. Yeah. Okay, what are you saying? You're just instantly on I'm gonna disagree with whatever the fuck Hasan is saying mode.
Dude, holy shit, how many...
That's funny, right? It's funny how everything good, all the good takes, disagree with Hasan's takes because Hasan just always has the worst takes imaginable.
words did he actually put in Asmon's mouth there? I feel like it's not very hard to understand people's position on this. Netanyahu bad, Hamas bad. Those two things can actually coexist. And he always acts like if you ever criticize even Hamas, the terrorist org, you're automatically an Israel dick rider. And that's just not how it is. I feel like nuance is completely lost when it comes to Hasan. But if you criticize Hamas,
this whole situation is lost on me. I don't even really give a fuck. Like, it's on the other side of the world. Like, it has nothing to do with me. So I don't care.
us in the slightest manner, Hasan feels like personally offended. It's like, I don't know, I feel like Hasan thinks he's part of the squad. Like, brother, you are not part of the squad. Now, maybe you can fly to Gaza, try to link up or something, but I don't think they want you either. But I can't really expect much from the guy who thinks it's okay to murder babies because they're baby settlers or whatever, and he's laughing at babies in coffins. So very, very hard to argue with Hasan here. Anyways, this next part, he continues misrepresenting Asmon.
And you know, this might be a little bit of a hot take about Hasan Piker. If he's radicalizing people over in the Middle East, I don't care. My problem with him is that he's radicalizing people in America. That's my problem with him. As soon as it like starts affecting people in America, that's when we got issues. Because America is really what I care about.
Basically, Asmon was saying how anti-Semitism is actually rising, partly because of Hasan and partly because of a lot of the events actually happening.
Yeah, and the news media.
And Hasan took it as Asmon wants Hitler to come to power again. Like, the most bad faith interpretation.
Yeah, which is exactly what Hasan Piker is going to end up getting. People like Hasan Piker. They're going to end up creating a Hitler. And they're going to be on their side.
Completely disingenuous. Classic Hasan.
What is this? Here's another.
Remember when I said Adolf is coming back and in a big way? 82,000 likes. I tried to tell you guys. I tried to say it.
Yeah, whenever there's a movement and a flag and it rallies a bunch of retards and allows them to be retarded and evil, you're going to get a Hitler movement. And it's not going to be the pride thing. This is just training.
Nobody wanted to listen. Remember when I said Adolf is coming back and in a big
Based. Based, bro. So based. It's such a funny position to be in, by the way, where you're like simultaneously pro Adolf Hitler. You can't obviously say it to that degree, but also you're pro Israel. It's just okay. Yeah. I'm glad that you're
Hasan Piker doesn't like Adolf Hitler. He just wants to be Adolf Hitler.
stoked that Adolf Hitler is back. It's such a weird ideological conundrum, a weird pretzel that you have put yourself into.
Yeah, guys, apparently Asman is pro-Hitler and not your fucking buddy Mike from PA, who literally calls Jews a demonic ethnicity, and not yourself, who says Jews are inbred, or the vast majority of Jews need to be excluded from society, not fit to be the local dog walker because you think they're all Zionists or something like that.
Yeah, he thinks Jews are the same as how white people used to think of black people when they had separate water fountains and separate bathrooms and shit.
Shouldn't even let someone be the fucking local dog catcher as if they've ever exhibited any sort of positive feelings about the state of Israel.
Like, you are responsible for the rising anti-Semitism from the entire left and the general, I feel like the general internet in general, not just the, global events that are happening. And I feel like Asman is completely clear on his position. He literally says that, America should stay out of Israel's affair,
True.
not send any
Yep.
aid there because he doesn't
Based.
want Americans to get involved. Meanwhile, Hasan is like, oh, well, America...
Stop making me side with Asmongold. We don't even have like similar real politics. It's just on these obvious issues, like where the answer is obvious. I have to agree with him. And it's so stupid that we have to talk about this shit. Like, Israel and Palestine, that whole issue has nothing to do with what's going on in America. Like, who cares?
should just invade Israel, like straight up start another war, which is, I feel like it's very clear who's the crazy one in this situation. Anyways, after this, Asman responded and he actually criticizes Israel. Apparently this is the pro-Israel dick rider, by the way.
It's obvious that there is a massive rise in anti-Semitism. It's obvious that mass migration and different types of random policies and other types of media messaging has led to, and also, by the way, a lot of that anti-Semitism is caused by Israel and the way that they treat any criticism of Israel as anti-Semitism. This is something Hasan will agree with.
Yeah, that's like calling people who aren't Nazis, Nazis, and you end up creating a Nazi movement because of it.
He would probably say this himself. And I think that Israel doing what they've done in Palestine has done more damage to the way that people see Jewish people after October 7th than any other group out there, basically. I think that they have. I'm not pro Adolf Hitler. Who is pro Adolf Hitler? This is insane.
He's so based. He's basically defending Israel's right to defend itself, guys. Chat.
You're going to call people who aren't pro-Hitler Nazis so much that they're just going to start calling themselves Nazis. They're going to be like, oh, okay, all right, fuck you. I guess I am a Nazi.
Bro, it's bad what happened. Does that mean Israel can do anything that they want? No, I never said that. But he's pausing it as if I did.
Remember October 7. That's what he's doing here, okay? Remember October 7.
He's having a pretty bad day today, huh?
It's such a funny position to be in, by the way, where you're like simultaneously pro Adolf Hitler. You can't obviously. Also, you're pro-Israel.
I'm pro-Adolf Hitler. I'm pro-Israel. I'm pro-ethnic. That's okay.
One more thing. Because he gives you so much content, please wish Hasan a happy 35th birthday. He announced this a week ago. Say to Hasan, wish him a happy birthday.
Damn.
Happy
Fucking
birthday,
got him.
Hasan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, happy birthday, man. All right. See ya.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, bye.
Happy
You know, maybe
40th
Asmon's
birthday,
dad is
Hasan.
actually right. Maybe I should be wishing Hasan a happy birthday because he's helping
getting
me out
old.
a lot here. Okay, so thank you, Hasan, for the growth of the channel. We went from what 500k to 700k. Very appreciated. So yeah, that's my only bit of praise for Hasan there. But I love how Hasan is probably going to watch this clip, right, and automatically disagree with everything Asmon said, despite the fact that he probably agrees with a large portion of it. You know, can't be seen getting along with old Nazi mold, of course. And listen, I'm just saying, if there was like a spectrum of pro Adolf and anti Adolf, right, and there was like a line, a little spectrum there, Hasan, Mike from PA, and all the Hasan orbiters would be way.
You know what fucking sucks? If me and Hasan Piker sat down and talked about politics, I bet we would agree on a lot of things. The only thing is that he just constantly wants to talk about extremism and constantly wants to blow smoke up his audience's ass. And it's so obvious that's what he's doing. It's just for the views and for the clicks. And it's to the point where he actually is believing this bullshit that he's saying. Even though he actually doesn't even believe it. He doesn't live it. He doesn't practice what he preaches.
Closer to the pro Adolf line than someone like Asmongold, right? And the thing I really hate about Hasan's side and most of these people on the internet is the blatant sort of blanket statements, right? I feel like you should never demonize an entire group of people for the actions of a few. I feel like that's just straight up not fair, and that's just straight up bigotry, right?
Yeah, and he knows this.
I feel like it's fun for these rejects to sort of just hop on the bandwagon when...
Yeah, Hasan Piker knows this, but his audience is like that, so he's going to agree with his audience.
They aren't the ones being targeted, right? And you sort of just end up losing your humanity. You become an awful and sort of hateful person here, while simultaneously calling everybody else Nazis when you are, you know, very much acting like one, right? Anyways, moving on to this clip. Apparently, some dude is glazing Hasan here.
Now, look, him and I don't
That
have
secular talk?
perfect agreement on everything. I mean, this guy...
I subscribe to that guy. I watch his content sometimes. I rarely react to him because he's a fucking idiot.
He strikes me as like a sort of a center-left kind of guy. You know, he's not a fan of Hasan Piker, which is a shame because I feel like there's a lot of Hasan derangement syndrome out there. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of like hating him, and then when you try to dig into why he's hated, it's like your reason is...
This guy, he's full of shit. For one, he didn't dig into him. He didn't. There's no way. Because if he did, he would have seen a bunch of this content that we see every day. Like, this guy is full of shit. And yes, I watch him all the time. I know he's full of shit, but like, what the fuck, man? It's so obvious he's full of shit on this one. Because there's no way if he would have seen the same content that we see every single day.
Not that good to hate him.
Yeah, my reason is that he supports terrorism. Is that not a good enough reason, you fucking moron? I don't know who that is.
I don't think that he even knows that Hasan supports terrorism. Or even cares.
Apparently
It's
he gets
secular
along
talk.
with Hasan. Gotta be some sort of an idiot there. Right, so this next part, MS...
Yeah, he used to be, he went on Timcast a few times. And he doesn't go on there anymore because he burned that bridge because he's a fucking idiot. And he's a liar.
NBC actually shouted out Asmongold for being relatively unbiased and actually calling out Trump. And
Holy
obviously
shit.
Hasan is very mad about this.
Likely to be consumed by the very entities that propped him up. And here's where that plays out day to day. The toadies like Charlie Kirk's and those, they're going to always defend him, right? Because that's in their political interest. That is what their base is. That is what they get. But the people that he activated, the video game streamers, Asmongold, who said he's out there acting like he's guilty.
Yeah, Asmongold kind of activated this weird, like, counterculture that is for good things and is, like, moral, even though he's kind of a gross guy and kind of a degenerate. It's weird, this movement that's propped up behind Asmongold, and he didn't even do it himself. It just kind of happened.
Right? Or Brett Cooper, who used to be at Daily Wire, is now out. People have very large audience.
Yeah, people are just following Brett Cooper. I wasn't even following, like, Daily Wire. I was following Brett Cooper, and I followed her over to Fox News. I still watch her. I watched one of her videos yesterday. I didn't react to it. I probably will react to one of her videos soon, because she makes great content. It's just her videos are kind of long.
She's saying this Maxwell stuff is just a distraction. He's acting like he's guilty. Alex Jones, who's having an existential crisis, who's at one day defending Trump and explaining it, and then just a couple of days ago says, why is the president going around for the last 18 days acting like he's guilty? They're going further than the people at this table are. They're just, right? I mean, they were saying he just messed up the comms. They're saying he's done something really, really bad. Right? I mean, they don't know how to process this, and that is the challenge here.
Yeah, he's acting like he's guilty. Of course I'm saying that. Everybody knows that. They think that we're all like them, that we're all insane liars and we're gonna hide evil shit because our side's gotta win. The ends justify the means. And we're just like, no, if there's some evil, creepy shit going on with Trump, we need to know that and we need to squash it and we need to get rid of this guy. If not, then he's doing good shit and everybody needs to shut the fuck up. Obvious. I'm receiving positive mainstream media, like, because they're viewing me as like kind of a more unbiased third party here.
I'm just gonna come out and say this: Asmongold might be the best news anchor of all time. He doesn't even realize that he is a news anchor. He has taken the role of a news anchor.
SNBC is saying that I'm not biased. You're unbiased for the most part.
Yeah, they wish that they could garner a kind of movement and a kind of audience that Asmongold has.
I try to be fair. I mean, I don't think that necessarily it's about bias or not having bias. It's about being fair and honest, and that's what I try to do as much as possible.
Yeah, this is why I never really get the people who compare Asmongold and Hasan and put them in the same boat, because they are truly miles apart. I feel like Asmon at least tries to somewhat understand the other side, and obviously he's biased. You know, everybody is biased.
I think Asmon is the anti-Hasan Piker. Like, they are polar opposites. Exactly opposite. I think everything that Asmongold says is true for the most part, and I think for the most part everything that Hasan Piker says is a lie. They're like exact opposites on everything, on every issue.
And you know, you cannot agree with him and you can still take part in Asmon's stream. He's not gonna like excommunicate you from every fucking
even all of the things that I disagree with him, at least he's telling the truth about how he feels about it.
Human being, right? He's not going to want you literally executed or something. But the way Hasan and his squad thinks, like we had that Mike from PA tweet, like, oh well, if you're doing this propaganda, which he considers everybody opposing him a propagandist, right? If you do this propaganda, you need the death penalty or something. So like, they're just crazy. All right, I feel like they're crazy. If you disagree with Hasan, he wants you removed from society. He wants you literally discriminated against. He wants you treated as subhuman. If you disagree with Asmongold or even me or anybody else here, I don't care. I don't care. Still watch my videos. So don't watch. I don't really care. You are free to live your life, and I'm never going to tell you.
We would actually prefer if you made a video about us. Like, if you're going to shit all over us, go ahead. But make a video about it, please.
What to do, and that
give
is
us
the
some
distinction
content to
there,
react
all right?
to.
That is the distinction, and that's why more people like us than him, obviously. Right, it only gets better. In this next part, Hasan is crashing out over liberal content creators, even liberals saying that Asmon is better than Hasan.
He also thinks Asmongold is better than Hasan as a content creator for young men.
Crash out in 3,
terminal
2,
nature of the Hasan derangement syndrome.
1.
Like, this is something that I have noticed as well. A lot of these like supposedly liberal content creators are shepherding their audience to find right-wing content creators like Asmongold to be.
Like, I don't get this whole right-wing content creators like Asmongold. For one, Asmongold's not right-wing. I hate to tell you this, he's kind of a lefty. It's just these people have gone so far left, so insane, that anybody that's to the right of them is considered right-wing. It's fucking crazy. Like 30 years ago, somebody with the views that Asmongold has would be considered a Democrat.
More permissible and better overall than someone like myself.
Have you ever thought the possibility that just maybe that's your fault?
Computer display exhibit A and B.
Notice how you feel safe in this community. Many people in here did not start off as like card-carrying Marxist-Leninists, okay? As a matter of fact,
you don't
no
say.
one does.
So I think that
you don't go in a communist. You start hanging out with communists and you become a communist.
are a lot more radical now. This is a time, is an unprecedented time to really get others on board. Someone has to do it.
It's a cult.
Oh, jeez, guys. Why does everybody think I'm a radical?
Designed their entire worldview around like saying Hasan, and Hasan is so
He knows why. He's just saying this shit to get a rise out of people, to get people talking about him. That's all he wants. He wants us talking about him like this.
scary. And that's the reason why you see so many go along with these insane narratives.
It's not an insane narrative. You were talking about the re-education camps.
Country with multiple parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party. What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education.
Re-education?
Re-education, certainly, yeah.
We saw this. You said it.
Ah, yes, re-education camp, guys. Anybody that disagrees with me needs to be put in a fucking camp. You can't be serious, dude. The amount of Hasan clips, dude. Somebody someday needs to make a 16-hour... Okay, that's being generous. 29-hour compilation of every dumb thing Hasan has ever said. And honestly, I feel like
it's probably being built slowly. I bet you get a 2-hour one, then you get a 5-hour one, then you get a 10-hour one, and it's just slowly being built.
Prefer a fucking 3-year-old to Hasan the terrorist glazer, so it's not much competition that people prefer Asmin over Hasan. The reason even like reasonable liberals shout out Asmin is because they actually think he's somewhat being fair, and he's not just a complete radical extremist, right?
And also, he's not right-wing. It's so fucking stupid. He's like right-wing the same way Trump is right-wing.
So obviously the lefties are gonna hate the far omega lefties, just like righties hate the far righties, right? Because you misrepresent them, you make them look completely crazy, right? And the thing is, Asmin is largely liberal as well. He's a ton of liberal opinions.
Exactly,
obviously some are right wing as well. But yeah, he does criticize both sides. And Hasan is most certainly far left, which is why people just don't like him. Moving on to Destiny. Apparently, Destiny says that he would rather have Trump in power rather than Hasan. And if you don't know the Destiny Trump lore, Destiny hates Trump so much that he legitimately thinks it's okay with Trump supporters or like anybody in the crowd just getting shot at his rallies, right? And
I don't even think he actually thinks that. I think he just said that because he's a fucking lunatic. And he just says crazy shit.
Which is basically like half of America. So pretty insane, logic there. But he still chooses him over Hasan, which is how crazy Hasan actually is. Hasan can't believe he was grouped with Destiny is an example of the current left being bad.
And this person in that same clip turned around and was like, we need more Zoran Mamdanis because he's killing it. And then said, unfortunately, the only left representatives are Destiny and Hasan. And they both suck. They're uncharismatic. And they suck. They're horrible. They're horrible representatives of the left. And it's so funny because, like, dog, you said we want more Zoran Mamdanis, and then you said I suck. What do you mean? That's my guy. Like, how do you arrive at that? How do you arrive at the position that like Zoran Mamdani is great, but also I'm bad? Like,
dude, I still feel like even though it's sped up, it's still kind of slow.
That is what I don't understand. It's your personality, I think. I mean, I'm sure that's a part of it. I'm sure that plays a role in this. But I also think that the all the snarking and all of the negative associations and all of the drama that follows everywhere I go, that is completely outside of my power because I've just tried to actively not cover it over and over again, has obviously taken root. It's because you call your fans and people who pay your bills fucking idiots quite a lot, to be fair. I mean, yeah, but people shouldn't be fucking idiots then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true, I guess. I agree with that last part. People shouldn't be fucking idiots, but people are fucking idiots. So what are you going to do?
Own advice, dude. Nobody is like snarking on you. They're literally just pointing out what you yourself say and do.
And also, how are you going to talk about people snarking on people when you got people like H3 Snark being directly involved with your orbiters?
And you're so concerned with drama content affecting your PR. It's not us that's affecting your PR, it's you, bro. Like, nobody else is making up these clips. I would have no content if you just stopped being insane for a day, or if any one of your orbiters stopped being insane. Like, literally last episode, this guy was calling Joe's demonic, bro. Like, what, you want me to not cover that?
Bro,
come on.
Like, come on. It's just right there screaming in our face, like, cover me, talk about me, keep me relevant.
like content right in front of me, dude. Holy shit, these people are explicitly insane, like openly bigoted. And I'm so sick of this guy actually pretending he's above the drama, bro. You'll love it. Don't deny it. You always bring up Asmongold and slop tubers like daily, and you know that's gonna result in more videos being made about you. I don't know if he has some sort of humility.
He loves people talking about him. Any press is good press. Am I right? Even the bad press.
Fetish. I don't know, after hanging out with iDubbbz, he just got that kink again, you know? I'm not complaining. I appreciate the content, but come on, you gotta have some self-awareness, you know? Hasan thinks you could solve the Israel problem with one phone call. Right, so he tweeted, one phone call is all it would take to stop Israel's genocide. If Israel doesn't comply, shut off weapon transfers.
Hasan Piker knows how to solve all of the world politics problems.
Israel looks to get weapons
should make him
elsewhere,
leader.
put a sanctions package, and if that fails, invade Israel militarily. This is why all it takes is one phone call.
It only takes one phone call, and if the phone call doesn't work, just blow them up.
Wow, Hasan, nobody has thought of this before. I think we should make you president, actually. Also,
No, more than president. He needs to be the dear leader for all time.
I just find it interesting. Mr. Anti-War wants America to
Mein Fuhrer right here, guys.
invade Israel. Nice, bro. Are you gonna be on the front lines by any chance? Is Hasan gonna be leading the U.S. Army into battle to die? I don't know. I mean, he seems so enthusiastic about it. I feel like Hasan should be on the front lines, right? I mean, I can't believe anybody listens to this guy. Apparently, he just has a perfect understanding of geopolitics, right? Never been wrong about any situation ever, except every single situation ever. This is a guy who said Russia would never invade Ukraine.
Yeah, he would make the perfect leader. He's wrong about everything, and he's a complete moron. He checks all the boxes.
A week before the invasion.
We did.
He lies all the
successfully.
time.
We stopped Vladimir Putin from
He's pro-terrorism. He doesn't believe in what he preaches.
invading Ukraine. Or maybe that was never gonna fucking happen. Like I said, it was never gonna fucking happen.
Like, how does anyone actually take him seriously? I got a recommendation. Let us personally send Hasan to Gaza. He can negotiate with Hamas himself, because they would love to meet their number one fan, of course. Their number one glizzy gladiator. So he's pro-invasion now? So you are pro-war. I thought we all agreed that US intervention sucks. One call from Trump to Twitch could solve the problem too, threatening a federal investigation for enabling terrorism. No, we can't be talking about that, right? We can't be talking about Twitch and their anti-Semitism. That's a bit too far. One Twitch permaban could solve the Hasan problem. Actually true.
Yeah,
Actually
true,
true.
so true.
Hasan is clinically regarded. It's so funny because tankies like Hasan will say the US
I love that we're bringing back tankies.
intervention in foreign wars is bad, then come around and say this. Like, you can't have it both ways, dude. Anyways, Ethan responded. He posted
I'm totally gonna start using tankies. Hasan Piker, he's a fucking tanky.
on his story, me when I'm daydreaming in the shower about being a hero, and then everybody stood up and clapped. Actually, dude, this guy legitimately lives in fantasy land. He's kind of like XQC if he wasn't trolling, right? When XQC has these ridiculous takes, but he's obviously like joking. The difference is Hasan actually believes what he says. Hey guys, why don't we just have peace? America should just call China and be like, stop it right now, guys. We should get along, guys. Truly a revolutionary, actually. Anyways, he talked about it on stream as well.
You say you want a revolution, well, we all want to save the world.
And then he started crashing out at Bernie Sanders while getting rage baited by chat.
After sanctions, what? Sorry, cut off on my end. I'm curious. Invading militarily.
Israel had a right to defend itself from the terrible Hamas attack. But I think everybody
like
understands
actually
the war longer, 2.5 years.
Bernard, shut up.
horrific-
Stop. That's definitely getting clip chimped. Oh no, I'm going to be clip chimped where I said if Israel refuses to abide by American sanctions, then they'll get invaded militarily. Really?
That's not how that
You
works.
can clip it, you can ship it, you can send it to your mama, you can send it to your daddy.
Yeah, he's pro-war with Israel, and also that's not how that works.
Those who
You have to negotiate.
Hasan, you're a terrorist, you're a terrorist, you're a terrorist, you're a
There's too much tied up with Israel and politics and the world for us to just blow them up. That's not how that works. It's different when it's a country like Iran, when they don't really have much to do with anything.
Anti-Semite, you're an anti-Semite, you're an anti-Semite, you're an anti-Semite. A lot of those motherfuckers are quiet now because they know I was right.
Okay, who is quiet now, and what exactly were you right about? I mean, we're an
who was quiet? A lot of them. A lot of them. Don't you know, more Pegasus?
episode 80 of Hasan is a fucking loser here. Nobody is quiet about anything except your buddy.
A lot of them are quiet. I can't tell you who, but it's a lot.
Mike from PA, who got fucking banned.
Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity. This demonic ethnicity. Wholly invented.
Very shocking. A Hasan orbiter exposed himself as a blatant anti-Semite. Bro,
yeah, bro actually looks like a fucking snake demon.
Literally said the quiet part out loud and went after Jews. And this is your orbiter, this is your side, this is the people you support, and essentially he kind of messed it up for you guys because you guys were perfectly fine getting away with this sort of rhetoric and being like, well, actually we're talking about Zionists, guys. Everybody knows what you actually mean, you absolute freaks. And I said this last time, I was like, okay, let's see if Hasan actually disavows him, right? That would be an actual positive move for Hasan to do.
Of course he doesn't.
It was a very easy move to gain some quick PR on his side. The easiest thing in the world would be like...
he's not going to disavow him because he believes it. It'd make him look bad in front of his audience.
Hey, this is bad. I don't support it. You know, I don't support what Mike from PA said there. Let's
Except
see
he
how
does.
he actually responded. Anti-racist hero Hasan Piker, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know what the Mike from PA said. I don't give a shit, okay? And I don't care about what
He
your
does. He knows.
concern is. Let's be fucking real. You are not concerned. You are just trying to simply farm a clip.
You were just trying to farm a clip. No, we're asking you...
Well, we got it. We got it. Of you not fucking coming out against this guy. And you 100% know. We know you know what's happening.
To disavow an open anti-Semite. Somebody who frequently makes the rounds in your community and is considered...
It's just another part of the pattern. The pattern continues.
A Hasan orbiter. And for some strange reason, you just can't seem to do that. And then you wonder why people actually think you're a Jew hater. Here's a thought, Hasan. Maybe because everything you say and do aligns with that sort of logic. I mean, you cannot condemn actual terrorism.
And everything you don't say and don't do also aligns with that.
Of course he ain't gonna condemn
like
Mike
in this
from PA,
situation.
bruh. Literally the easiest W thrown directly your way. The easiest thing to do would be like, that's bad, guys. I can't believe he said that. Even though it
Yeah, that'd be easy for like the regular people in the world, but not for his audience. For his audience, that would look bad on him.
would be completely disingenuous. At least you would get some PR points for that, but he can't even do that, which kind of shows that he probably agrees with Mike from PA. Now click this video or you wake up in Hasan's cuck chair.
Oh no!
Alrighty, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
This man right here, he's totally 100%, the 998% fucked. Not quite there at 1,000, but he's getting there. And I can't wait to see that Nuxanor video of Hasan finally being arrested for being pro-terrorism. It's fucking insane that we're just letting it get to this point. But oh well, we got something to talk about. This guy's just gonna get crazier and crazier and crazier. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for all the notifications.